Right now on NBC26 Live at 5, the stage is set in Philadelphia as day 3 of the Democratic National Convention is underway. This is a live look. Plus, Donald Trump's running mate Mike Pence in Waukesha tonight. We are live as he prepares to address Wisconsin for the first time. And a scary scene on I-41 after a driver crashes his car, causing a chain reaction. Now investigators say alcohol was involved. Just into the newsroom, a 17-year-old boy has been formally charged in a deadly crash in Brown County. Devin Robley is now facing 2 counts of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle and 1 count of injury by intoxicated use of a vehicle. Investigators say he blew through a stop sign and T-boned another vehicle earlier this month. His passenger and another person were killed. The driver of the other vehicle injured. Robley admitted to officers that he had smoked marijuana at Fonfret Glen Park before getting behind the wheel. Now to Decision 2016, Hillary Clinton making history as the first woman presidential candidate for a major party. Let's take a live look at the Wells Fargo Stadium where day 3 of the DNC is underway in Philadelphia. The Democrats now pivoting tonight to target Donald Trump. Leading the attack on Trump in Philly will be President Obama. Steve Handelsman is on the convention floor with more.
Thanks. Good evening from the DNC in Philadelphia. Donald Trump's extraordinary move today, already condemned by senior Republicans, to ask Russia to conduct espionage on Hillary Clinton that could help him, Donald Trump, win the election, plays into tonight's theme, night 3 here at the Democratic National Convention. Warning of the dangers of Donald Trump. President Obama, Vice President Biden, Vice Presidential nominee Tim Kaine, all to warn about Donald Trump on the day when Trump says the Russians should help find Hillary Clinton's missing emails, startling Republicans, including Mike Pence, who warned the Russians should stay out of U.S. politics. I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News, Philadelphia.
The Brown County Democrats are holding a watch party tonight as VP candidate Tim Kaine and President Obama take the stage. NBC26's Billy Wagner is live in Green Bay with the excitement. Billy?
Megan, here at the Democratic Party of Brown County headquarters in Green Bay. That room you see behind me is already filling up with Democrats, many Hillary Clinton supporters, many of whom say they're volunteers for the party now. Many say they've already spent countless hours, weeks, months already, and they reaching out to voters. They feel a personal connection to this race, and it's some of the women volunteers in particular that say they're thrilled to be backing a candidate they feel represents them. It's that same feeling of inspiration many women lawmakers have been talking about all week.
And I saw people in Bernie t-shirts, I saw people in Hillary t-shirts, I saw people in Russ Feingold t-shirts, all working shoulder to shoulder because they get it on the ground that we have to work together.
And as for unity, Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin says she's seen those Clinton and Sanders supporters working side by side all summer, and it's that same message here at the headquarters here in Green Bay, one of a party that's fighting for unity. Live in Green Bay, keeping you connected, Billy Wagner, NBC26.
Thanks, Billy. Indiana Governor Mike Pence, the Republican pick for vice president, is making his first solo appearance as the nominee today in Waukesha. NBC26's Marissa DiCandido is live at the event and joins us with the details.
Governor Pence appearing tonight at the Waukesha Expo Center, and while it's an area that votes primarily Republican, it's not a place Donald Trump performed very well in the April primary. Ted Cruz received 61% of the vote in Waukesha County in April, helping him win Wisconsin. Some Republicans in Wisconsin say they think Governor Pence will appeal to some of those voters who supported Cruz.
This is a place where I think Governor Pence can come tell a message that's very familiar to Wisconsin voters. A governor who has introduced common sense conservative reforms that have led to economic growth in his state.
Governor Walker is scheduled to appear with Pence here tonight. They're going to start letting people in here around 5:15, and Pence will speak at 7. In Waukesha, keeping you connected, Marissa DiCandido, NBC26.
You can follow the latest political headlines on our website, NBC26.com, and download our app to watch the coverage live tonight. Strong storms could put a damper on some of the events going on tonight at EAA AirVenture. NBC26's Brooke Haves has more from event leaders on how they're planning ahead.
Event leaders tell us that aviators are some of the most weather-aware people in the world. They always have their eyes on the sky to make sure that imminent weather does not put their flight at risk. A number of warning alert systems have been added this year to the ground, so event leaders say they can get out information instantaneously using social media and text messaging. Bottom line, people on the grounds are aware and ready for when storms head this way. The National Weather Service has labeled AirVenture as a storm-ready public site, just one of 2 or 3 sites in Wisconsin.
We have those contingency plans depending on the severity of storms, if we have to move people to any kind of shelter, if we have to put out specific warnings.
There is some concern that severe weather could cause problems for pilots in tonight's air show. EAA leaders say they will be watching the storms throughout the day. If it looks like weather could be a threat to the flight or people watching the show, it will be postponed. Event leaders say it is rare to cancel an air show, but because it's a night show, those hours can be difficult to postpone. Reporting in Oshkosh, Brooke Hafes, NBC26.
We've already had reports of storm damage in Ogdensburg and Waupaca County. Crystal sending us this picture of a tree on her home. Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland joins us now with a look at the storms moving through the viewing area. Cameron?
Megan, several reports of trees being knocked down in Waupaca County from Iola down towards Ogdensburg. That was from around 10:30 to 11 o'clock this morning. We had a severe thunderstorm develop across west central Waupaca County. It then shifted south and east towards the Fox Cities and the Oshkosh area. There was no warning on this storm, which brings me to the statement that I always tell. Severe weather can come with little or no advance warning. You always got to seek shelter when a thunderstorm moves in. Right now, we are looking at generally quiet conditions across the area. We've got a couple of scattered showers in Sheboygan County, also in Green Lake County, but across central Wisconsin, we've got strong to severe thunderstorms now developing. They extend back towards the Twin Cities, and all that activity is rolling east. So as the early evening turns into the late evening, our chances for rain and thunderstorms will be going way up. Megan?
Thanks, Cameron. 3 people are recovering from injuries after a crash in Oshkosh. It happened just after midnight on Highway 41 near Highway 26. A truck crashed in the median before being hit by a car. Now investigators say alcohol is a factor. NBC26's Eric Kress has the latest on the investigation.
A 30-year-old Menasha man is expected to be charged today with an OWI that could have been deadly. It happened on I-41 at about 12:30 this morning, just south of State Highway 26, when a man driving this pickup, said to be drunk by authorities, smashed into a medium and stopped traffic. That man got out of his truck, and then a car with 3 people inside crashed into his pickup.
The driver of the pickup truck was not in the vehicle at the time it was struck by the Saturn and did not receive any injuries from either crash.
The 20-year-old Appleton man that hit that pickup is said to have sustained non-life-threatening injuries, and that goes for his other 2 passengers as well. Keeping you connected in Oshkosh, I'm Eric Kress with NBC 26.
10 homes were evacuated in Little Chute for a gas leak. Fox Valley Metro Police asked people to avoid Tulip Trail while crews were fixing the ruptured gas line. No one was injured. We have an update on the Slender Man case. A Wisconsin State Appeals Court has ruled that 2 girls accused of trying to kill their classmate to please the fictional character Slender Man should be tried as adults. Today, the court affirmed a lower court's determination that it was reasonable to try both Morgan Geyser and Anissa Wire as adults. The girls could appeal the rulings to the state Supreme Court. The Department of Corrections says it will look into the safety concerns at the Green Bay Correctional Institution. It's in response to a letter that Senator Dave Hansen wrote calling for an independent review. You remember an officer was scalded with hot water by an inmate earlier this month. It was one of several incidences at the prison where officers were hurt. A big announcement today out of Baltimore in the